This is the Traders Questions podcast, where I answer all your questions related to trading forex, metals, indices, oil, and crypto. The world of trading is filled with people who educate you using the wrong technical analysis. They give you the wrong techniques, and they show you the same indicators that everyone seems to be using but are struggling to get the desired results. I know this because I used to be that person who believed in indicators or in things like support, resistance, trend lines, indicators like the RSI, MACD, that are all right, but they don't actually get you into trends when you want them to. I'm a trend trader, I'm a swing trader, I trade the daily time frame, and I need to get into trades as early as possible, taking advantage of reversals so I can join the new trend as it happens. But I realized that a lot of the indicators I was using weren't getting me into trends early enough, and if they got me in, it was usually halfway up the trend or just as the trend was about to reverse, so they weren't really doing well. Now, before we go any further, I need to tell you who I am because I know you're probably wondering who's this guy telling me what to do, how to trade, and the rest of it. My name's Ade. I started trading in 2015 after a friend of mine suggested that I get into trading because he identified something that I didn't see myself, and I explored trading using these indicators I was talking about. And I started getting some results because I didn't know any better. I thought these results I was getting were good enough for me to go into the market. So I decided to put real money in. And within 2 days, I turned £200 into 400. And I thought at that point that I was going to be a millionaire trading using this £200, I was going to make 1,000. From 1,000, I was going to turn that 1,000 into 10,000. And due to a lack of patience, lack of consistency, I added more money into that account. So the 200 became 400 from trading, and I added 600 to make it 1,000. And within a few days, I turned that £1,000 into a margin call. That's right, zero. Not accepting defeat, I put more money into that account and very quickly I blew that as well. So I got margin called within a couple of months, and then I realized that there was something wrong here. There was something wrong with the strategy, there was something wrong with my mentality towards trading. So I had to reprogram myself, and I also had to explore the world of indicators. And boy, oh boy, I discovered thousands and thousands of indicators I never heard of. I still haven't heard people talking about, and it's been 8 years since I got involved. So then I explored these indicators, combined them, and I built my algorithm, which is a set of rules that tell you when to trade, what direction, and whether to stay out of the markets altogether. So after doing this and generating some level of consistency, I think I made about 24% in the first year forward testing. And a lot of people hear 24% and think it's not a lot. But it's not a lot if you're trading £1,000 account. But if you have 100, 200, or even £500,000 that you're trading, 24% doesn't seem so small. So a lot of traders face the issue of capital. They don't have enough capital and they end up taking crazy risks to achieve results that aren't realistic. So I took my skills and I went into the market to look for institutions that wanted traders that have a system that actually works. So I found some proprietary trading firms. I applied to trade their capital. I obviously had to pay a fee, and I've managed to pass a few proprietary firm challenges. And that's what I currently do now. I trade my own capital, I trade other people's capital, and I trade for proprietary trading firms. And what that meant moving forward was that I quickly realized that I was basically being told things that I was being set up to fail, you know, not to put, to find a point on it. We're all being set up to fail because we're being told about indicators. We're being taught about indicators by people who don't actually trade themselves. Now, a lot of these people who teach you how to trade read textbooks and they just regurgitate what they've heard. They don't have the practical skills, and the proof is in your results. And if your results are inconsistent, you're doing it wrong. And that's why I started this podcast. That's why I started my YouTube channel, to answer your questions and separate you from the 95% who consistently lose money. I'm here to help struggling traders become good traders and good traders become elite traders. And the difference between an average trader and an elite trader is the elite traders separate themselves from the rest by investing time, effort, and discipline into refining their trading strategy and mindset. On my YouTube channel, we cover the core concepts that every trader who wants to be successful long term needs. And if you'd like to ask me any questions to hopefully make an episode of the podcast, send your questions to askfalafx@gmail.com and I'll endeavor to respond to you within 28 hours. And if the question is one that I see fit to make it onto the podcast, then it will. I'll obviously mention who sent the question as well. We'll be going over the basics, we'll be going over core concepts, we'll be going over indicators that work and indicators that don't. We'll be going over money management and, more importantly, or most importantly, trading psychology, because emotions get in the way of your trades, let's be honest. Over time, I'll provide you everything you need to become the trader you want to be. So if that sounds good, subscribe and let's go.